If you haven't heard, Adobe is now part of the Blender Development Fund, and they've also released 2 new free add-ons. Today we're going to be taking a look at this procedural texture add-on that they have that allows you to use substance files. So the reason we're able to procedurally generate these is because it's tapping into the Substance Designer file format, which is SBSAR file format. And that allows us to adjust the parameters afterwards, including the resolution and everything. It's a pretty powerful format. Fear not, you do not need to own Substance Designer in order to get these file formats. People sell these, and there's also some places you can get them for free. Adobe Substance Source has an entire free section that's actually pretty full. There's 128 free assets in here, and there's quite a few in there you can test out. Substance Share is a community-driven platform, and as you can see here, we have 1,700 materials. So there's quite a few that you can use on here as well, and as far as I know, all of these are free. If you're looking to buy, you can of course buy them from Substance Source, or Polygon also sells generators, and you can also get them on Gumroad. I also see people giving them away for free on Gumroad and other areas, so just keep an eye out or Google it and you'll find quite a bit. But I'll put some links to these resources below and a link to the add-on so you can get it installed. But for now, let's dive into Blender and look at how to implement these. Okay, so here we are in Blender, and of course, first things first, you're going to need the add-on installed, which I have in the link in the description below. So here we are in Blender, and I have this little ship here that have begun the texture, but I want to do something kind of special for the planks here on the floor. So we're going to go ahead and use this new add-on to do that quickly and give us some flexibility. So of course, you're going to need the add-on installed, which I have linked below, and then once you have it installed, it will appear on your panel over here. You can also access it on this side inside of the shader editor too. So what we first need to do is click this button here. It looks like a download icon, and that will allow you to load in your file. So you see here I have stylized pirate ship deck planks that I've downloaded. And you'll see here that it loads in all of these parameters. Now right now we can't see anything, so what I'm going to do is select the plank here, which I have set here as a separate object, and then I'm going to click this material button here, which will attach that material here. And you can see that now we have our material there. Now let's take a look at some of the settings. Now these settings are going to vary depending on what material downloaded. Not all will have these customization options. That's really up to the designer, what they leave open. But let's look at what we have here. So first of all, we have our resolution here. And the great thing is that we can dynamically change these. So if you find that your scene's lagging, you can always lower the resolution. I'm going to go ahead and bump mine up to 4K. So being in a beta version, this can be a bit buggy, so it doesn't always update in the viewport. Also, Blender's just not always the best at updating materials real time. So an easy way to fix that is to switch out to solid view and switch back into render view or material view to see what you're doing, though render view typically updates a bit better. And you can see here now that by switching that toggle up there, we have a 4K resolution. So check that out. Just with one toggle, we're able to do that. The cool thing too is that we have all these different presets. So right now you can see this is like a deck grate. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and move this over here. Switch to the UV editor there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my base color, which is being read from this, grab my plank here, and I'm going to select everything there, and I'm just going to go ahead and scale this up so that we get a much kind of smaller plank there. You can get a better view of what it's doing. So you can see here that we actually have a full deck grate, which is pretty cool. But we can also come up here to these custom and see we have planks and braced wood. So you can see that there's completely different types of textures in here. So let's go over here to deck planks. I'm going to switch out for 1 second, then switch right back in here. And you can see now that we have deck planks here into our floor there. Let's look at some of the other things we can change. I'm going to swap out to solid view for 1 second here, and I'm going to go ahead and close this so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. So if you look over here, you'll see that we actually have quite a bit of parameters. So we can change our outputs from displacement, base color, normal, metallic, roughness, so we can check those on and off. I'm going to go ahead and twirl that down to get it out of our way for now. Down here we have technical parameters, so as luminosity, contrast, hue shift. These are kind of your normal intensity and kind of like just color adjustments and things like that. These are pretty self-explanatory, so again, I'm going to drop this down. Now, where the power of this file format really comes in is that it's using a bunch of patterns and tools that Designer has so that things are actually procedural. So we can change the wood color, the roughness, the paint amount, the paint color, the paint roughness, and accent color. We can change quite a bit of things, and depending on what material you look like, these are all of course going to be different. We can change the wood pattern here from planks, grade to reinforce. So I'm going to leave mine here on planks. What I'm going to do is switch back to render view here, and right now with the wood color we can see it's not really matching kind of the reddish wood color I have up there, which is okay. I'm also going to go ahead and change the paint color here. So I'm going to go ahead and change this paint color to maybe kind of a reddish brown there. And we'll just snap away for a second and come back into render view to kind of let that update. And you can see now that we have our paint there. And I want my paint roughness to be a little bit lower. I kind of want some shine. So I'm going to go ahead and do 0.25. And for the paint amount, it's set down to 0.3. I want this deck to look a little more clean. So I'm going to go ahead and go to 0.6 there. I'm going to swap back out to solid view here, give it a second to update, come back to rendered mode. And we'll see now that our ship is covered in more kind of glossy paint. But I actually want these planks to kind of match the rest of my ship color too. And you can see here that we have this kind of faded white wood. So I'm going to go ahead, click this, move this down to more of a reddish brown and darken it a bit. I'm going to come back out here, re-render that. And we can see here now that we have a deck that matches quite a bit more. So that's the power of this file format and everything that we're able to do with these substance files. Like I said, there's plenty of free ones online. I have some links below in the description. As usual, I am always excited to see what you create from these tutorials, so make sure to tag me at Southern Shoddy. If you're completely new to Blender, I just released a new Your First Day in Blender Skillshare course, so feel free to check that out if you're looking to just kind of dive in and learn the interface. Again, thank you for watching.